Hey guys, it's Britt. Today we're here to talk about the beauty community. I had some thoughts, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so this is going to be a super casual, just, steady stream of my thoughts, and I really want to hear from you guys in all of my videos, but especially this one, because this is something that I've kind of had on my mind for a while, and I can see the climate changing online when it comes to strictly beauty channels. And I feel like there's been a lot of things that have led us to this point of the beauty community being basically non-existent at this point. I said probably about a year and a half ago that I felt like beauty gurus were no longer going to be a thing like they had been in the past. And I see this with a lot of the channels that used to get tons of views. They're just no longer getting the engagement that they used to. And I think there's a few things that led us to this point. So I'm going to tell you guys what I think. You tell me what you think in the comments. Am I right on? Am I totally off? Of course, share all your thoughts. So when I think of the drop in engagement on strictly beauty content, I think that when the top creators in the beauty space started becoming very toxic and fighting with one another, lying, being overall just participating in a lot of flex culture, not appreciating their subscribers, being toxic on Twitter, fighting with other creators, lying about brand deals and ads. This shift happened where the trust of the subscribers started to diminish. And then we got to the point where a lot of them, and I've heard this from a lot of you guys too, a lot of beauty channels went from doing a get ready with me once in a while and then maybe showing some favorites and then maybe doing a skincare routine. They sort of shifted to doing all sponsored content. So if they did a try on get ready with me or try on haul, the reason that the try on haul was happening was because a brand sent a box of all of these new products to the influencer. So we were no longer getting a little bit of drugstore, a little bit of high end. It was all Wet n Wild, or it was all Urban Decay, or all Hourglass, or all Laura Mercier. That was something that really attracted me to a lot of these channels early on. Was I felt like there was a good mix of drugstore and high end. It was just stuff that this individual happened to like or was new at Sephora or Ulta or whatever, and they were doing these mini reviews of the products. And once it got to the point where it was like, well, I'm only going to do a try on haul if it's PR that's sent to me. Once I start to see money hunger and greed take over an online personality, it's very hard for me to go back, to look back at how things used to be. And maybe that's a personal flaw that I have, which is totally fine, obviously. But I like to know that you're showing stuff because you genuinely like it. And once these brands started offering so much for sponsored content, you have these influencers starting to compete so that they can be the ones to get the $20,000 to post this video, or maybe they get to work with the most brands. That's what they're chasing. I've always said, once I kind of feel like a channel is a running advertisement, it doesn't just have to be beauty stuff, but anything. That's where I start to tune out because I don't need to be sold to. I feel like I'm sold to on Instagram, I'm sold to when I'm watching TV. And then there's just other things that I come across that the marketing is genius and it makes me want to try the product. So I don't need to be constantly sold to. The other thing that I really started to see within the beauty community that turned me off was, and I've talked about this before, these overly photoshopped images to advertise products. When you think of the brands that are sending all of these products to influencers to review, it was no longer a genuine review of, I hate this, I like this is okay, I really love this one. It became, I love everything. Instead of being able to be subjective and give an honest opinion, it felt like the influencer was at a point where they were being paid so much, they had to in turn appease the brand by giving a good review to all, if not most, of the products that were sent to them. But when you hop over from YouTube to Instagram, that's where we get into a lot of these photoshopped images. And I really don't understand, at one point in time, are we going to get to the point where these photoshopped images are not allowed to be marketing pieces? You cannot put a foundation on your face, Facetune the hell out of it, and say that this foundation gave you the best skin of your life. And I know that people are really hip to Facetune and Photoshop and things like that, but there are also a lot of people who aren't, and the changing of the skin tone or the pigmentation of the lipstick or the eye color can be done in such a minute little way that a lot of people won't see through it. And I will always say, with all of these things, I don't mind Facetune or Photoshop unless it's being used to sell a product or lie about the product's results. The fantastic results that we're seeing are only because of Facetune and Photoshop. That's where I have a problem with it. I think a lot of people use Facetune and Photoshop for just personal photos that they might want to put on the social media. These influencers can't, use just a little bit of Facetune and then not use it when they're advertising a product. It becomes a part of who they are. I just feel like what was the beauty community became so overtaken with the dishonesty, money hunger, fame hunger, deception, drama, toxicity. It is really unfortunate to see that it is sort of non-existent anymore. I think a lot of these channels will end up being okay if they are incorporating other content into what they're doing. I've just always said all makeup or all makeup and skincare is just not, I don't know, I think a lot of people are just really tapped out. But I think that it's the overarching issue of not just people being tapped out because they're bored, it's everything else that comes along with the beauty community. It's sort of like things that come along with being anti-MLM or anti-family vlogger. Unfortunately, you have the few at the top that are toxic and a mess, and it makes that entire community kind of have this black cloud that hovers over it. And you guys know how I feel. I don't want to be part of any community, but if I was gonna say that there's one of the biggest communities that has come crashing down, it would definitely be the beauty community. But what do you guys think? Do you still watch beauty content? Do you like it if it's sprinkled in once in a while? Like, I like to still, and I'm going to try to be better about it, to give you guys a little bit of beauty content here and there, but I just don't like to feel like I'm a walking advertisement. I don't like to feel like I'm constantly telling people what to buy. You have to have this, you have to have that. Once in a while, when I say that I really like something, it's because I really like it. And I know everyone says that, but I'm not here to, become a big household name, and that's just not what I'm here for. So, but I would love to know what you guys think about all of this. Did you guys start watching the Beauty Gurus back in like 2013, 2014, like I did? If so, who have you been subscribed to the longest? And what do you think kind of brought the beauty community down? Do you think that it was kind of the top players that were really toxic? Do you think that it was the lies and deceit that was happening with these brand deals and sponsorships? Or do you think that people just got bored? I would love to know. So either way, that's going to be it for now. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.